media outlet, and you can go ahead and answer the questions after that. We're going to start off with Trevor Groves from CUTigers.com.
Hey, Baylon, hope you had a Merry Christmas. Just curious what you've seen on film from Ohio State's offense so far, particularly Trey Sermon, as you know, had a really big game against Northwestern last week.
Yeah, they're a great team. They bring a lot of challenges. They've been in this situation before, and we'll be ready for what they bring to the table. We've been preparing all week, as we have every single day. We've been preparing all week for the same as we do all year, so we'll be ready.
Next up is Patrick Murphy from 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Baylon, similar question, but specifically on Trey Sermon with the big day that he had in the Big Ten championship game. Does the focus change at all when you see a guy rush for 300 plus yards, or do you continue to look at tape throughout the year and focus more on what you saw throughout the season?
I mean, you definitely have to pay attention to it. You can't say it's not there. He's a great player. Both of their backs are really good, Master Teague, and they're going to bring challenges to the game. Their offensive line is very experienced. They've been in this situation before. Obviously prepare the same as we do all year, take the game plan that the coaches give us and go out this week and practice and try to execute the best we can. And then when it comes to game day, just always do the best.
Next up is David Hood from TigerNet.com.
Hey, Baylon, last year in that game, standing in the locker room, everybody was talking about how physical of a football game that was, and some people might have even suggested they caught you by surprise with the physical nature. What are your remembrances about that game and how physical it was?
Hey, it's the stage that we're in, and the stage that we're going to be in the future. These last, especially in the playoff, teams are very physical. It's the best of the best, and I think you just have to be ready for it. I mean, it's good on good. It's the best against the best, and you just got to stick your nose in there and be as physical as possible. And I think we bring that to the table, and we'll be ready for it. I mean, Notre Dame had a great offensive line too, and we were ready.
Next up is Ralph Russo from the Associated Press.
Morning, Baylon. Wanted to get a sense of an idea of what this season has been like for players away from the field, all the things that you've had to sacrifice. Can you give me a little idea of after an afternoon game, instead of doing what you would normally do after winning an afternoon game, maybe see your family, maybe get together with friends, what was that like this year?
It was different. You just got to understand the situation that we're in and the situation that we're going and the goals that we go after every year and each and every week. Obviously, you just got to be smart and understand who you're around. Obviously, wear a mask, be around your family. Obviously, it's different. You're not able to go see your friends and family as much, but you are with your family after the game, which is nice. It's quality time. It's different, but I mean, I'm thankful for the time that we have and thankful for the position that we're in right now. And we have done a great job. Coaches, around here, they've done an unbelievable job to just put us in situations to have the restrictions available and just prepare us for the COVID-19 restrictions, all that stuff. It's different, but we're thankful.
We'll now go to Nathan Baird from Cleveland.com.
Hi. Nolan was just here talking a little bit about James Skalski and how he's maybe an underrated player, especially from an athleticism standpoint. How do you see that on the field? Where do you see things that maybe the average person doesn't about what he does as a linebacker?
Me and Nolan were talking about that the other day, actually. I think people undervalue his athletic ability all the time. We see it every day. People don't see it. The kid just comes in here and grinds every single day. He's probably the strongest kid on the team for the linebackers for sure. And, he runs just as well as we all do. You just have to be here and see it for yourself, I think. I think he's a great player. I'm super thankful to have him right beside me when I'm out there on the field. He definitely brings it, and you see that on the field. We haven't seen it all year, and you were able to see that in the ACC championship.
We're going to go to Trevor Groves from CUTigers.com.
Hey, Baylon, just also like to know if you made a decision about whether you come back next year or if you're going to wait and see how everything plays out, and if that's the case, whether you're able to win another national title will be a major factor in your decision.
No, my plan right now is to come back. Obviously, I've thought about my decisions and what's in the future for me. Obviously, that's very important to me and my goals and what I want to do in my career. Well, I think the best thing for me right now is to just come back and have another year of tape and to really just prepare for my goals.
We're going to go to Bill Rabinowitz from the Columbus Dispatch.
So what do you remember most about last year's game? Is there a moment that stands out?
Physicality, very physical game, and it was long too. I know Chad and Jamie were very exhausted at the end of the game, and they brought it. So it's gonna be a battle, and we're excited. I would say that's, if I would remember anything, the physicality of the game.
We're going to David Hale from ESPN.
And how much has this year felt different? I mean, obviously that you got all the stuff with COVID that has changed this year, but has the sort of day in and day out routine felt that much different to you to get to this point as it has in the last few years when you've gotten to this point too?
I think it's pretty much the norm now. I mean, we've been doing it for so long that it's pretty much normal. We come in, we have our routine, the workouts, we wear our mask. Team meetings are in the indoor, we're all spread out. It's pretty much normal. I wouldn't say it's different. I mean, it's obviously different than what we have done in the past. But pretty much now at this point in time, it's normal for us.
Next up will be Matt Connolly from the State.
Baylon, how different is the bowl schedule going to be for you guys and the whole bowl experience this year? And are y'all doing any of the, I guess, events or any of that kind of stuff that y'all typically do?
I say it's very different, especially for the older guys. The younger guys, they really don't know because they've never been to a bowl site. So, but for me and the older guys, I mean, going to a bowl site is always what you work for, especially the whole season. It's very fun. You get to do a lot of different things and just spend time with your teammates and go do different stuff. And then, but this year it's obviously different. Tonight we got bingo night. They're trying to do some stuff. It'll be fun though. We're enjoying it as much as we can.
We'll now go to Joey Kaufman from the Columbus Dispatch.
Baylon, just because of the familiarity with Ohio State and how often Clemson and Ohio State have met in the playoffs over the years, does this game at all feel like a rivalry game to you guys?
We know what's on stage and the caliber of the game and what type of team they are, and we'll be ready. I mean, obviously we played them now 6 times, and we'll be ready. It's definitely a rival. We played them a lot, and we're excited.
Next up is Anna Hickey from Clemson 247.
Hey, Baylon. I was wondering if you could speak to the running style, the skill set of Trey Sermon, and have you seen his production and I guess just maybe his comfortability in the offense increase in recent games?
He's a talented player. He runs very physical, gets downhill. We're going to have to be ready for him for sure in the run game. And then all the things that they can do off that, throwing game, play action, stuff like that. They'll be a great team. In our front, and then especially with the linebackers, and be able to do the best we can to get him down.
And our final question will be from Grace Rayner from The Athletic.
Baylon, going back to Skalski for a second, we obviously see the really intense side of him on the field, but can you give us a little insight into what he is like away from football?
I think depends on what kind of mood Skalski's in. I like being around Skalski. He's one of my best friends around here. One of the best teammates I've ever had. Pushes you every day. Depends on the day, I think. I mean, some days he comes in there and he's super intense than others, and some days he comes in and he's kind of relaxed. I'm super thankful to have him as a teammate though, and being able to get him over these past couple of years and seeing him grow and come back and how much he knows, all of his knowledge.
Thank you very much for the time, Baylon. Good luck in your preparations.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing, and come visit us over at BuckeyeGrove.com for all the best Ohio State information on the web.